Hey everybody, it's JMan105 coming at you with another CCG related video. And getting back into the Star Trek CCG, I'm going to take you through all of the card types and what they do. Now, there are 16 card types in this game, so this is going to be a first of a two-parter. I'm going to go 8 and then 8 and show you each of these card types and tell you what they do in the game. Let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to start off with the personnel card. First and foremost, personnel are in the game to help you staff your ships, move your ships, staff your outposts, use shuttlecraft, carry equipment, beam down to planets as away teams, solve the missions, and pass through the dilemmas using their attributes to help you score points to win the game. To get your personnel to these missions, you need ships. There are different types of ships in the game. There are large capital ships, such as the Kazon warship, that are huge. You have your normal style of ship, like the USS Sao Paulo, and you have shuttlecraft and small craft that can be carried aboard larger ships. Your ships have three main numerical skills: range, weapons, and shields. Range tells you how far you can get on one turn. Weapons is the strength of your weapons, and shields is how strong your shields are in case you get in an attack. Ships also need certain staffing levels to be able to move them. I'll touch on that on another episode. Event cards are what I call your main power card. They're what you're going to have in your draw deck. They're going to come up in your hand to help you advance through the game. For example, this event card, which is Ancestral Vision, seeds or plays on a Delta Quadrant planet. End of each turn, if your honor personnel who has integrity greater than 7 is on the planet, draw an extra card, or 2 if personnel is any Chakotay. Basically, event cards help you do things. They move personnel. You can add enhancements to your ships. You can bring extra personnel. They might regenerate a card. They might nullify a card. There are your core cards you're going to use in your draw deck. Dilemmas. These are the cards you are going to seed under your opponent's missions and what he is going to seed under your missions. These are there to prevent either you or him from scoring the points on that mission to try to stymie you. There are many conditions on dilemmas. For example, this one can either be used in space or on a planet. It's called Dead End. Unless you have at least 50 points, cannot get past. Place dilemma atop mission. It may not be attempted by a player with less than 50 points. Unique. Basically, if you go up to the mission, and this is the first dilemma you draw, and you only have, say, one mission under your belt worth 25 points, you're stuck. There's no way around it. Different dilemmas do different things. Some kill personnel, some damage ships, some stop personnel, some put personnel in stasis, some remove artifacts, equipment, or what have you, but they're all meant to slow you down and stop you. Interrupt cards. These are what are also going to be in your draw deck and in your hand. You're going to play these during your opponent's turn, hence interrupt. This one, for example, is called Ship Seizure. If your ship has tractor beams, tow away, discard, any empty ship in the same orbit as your own ship, except empty ships at their outposts. Interrupts are meant to interrupt your opponent's turn and help you get a leg up between your own turns. They'll do different things. They can, like events, get rid of cards, enhance cards, but they're meant to give you a boost during your opponent's turn to stop him from what he's doing temporarily. The all-important mission card. This is where you go to score points. The mission card will tell you what the mission is, where it is, what you need to complete the mission to get that points that's in the box, and these little colors here denote the affiliation that are allowed to attempt the mission. So in this case, you have to have either Romulan, Klingon, Cardassian, or Dominion to attempt this mission. There are missions which say any crew may attempt a mission. They do not have a specific affiliation. There are some missions that can only be attempted by one solitary affiliation. You have to figure this out when you're building your deck, which ones to use. Objective cards. These are a different style of card. An objective that sometimes has a turn countdown like this one of 3. This objective is used by the Borg affiliation. Stop first contact. Suspend your assimilate homeworld targeting Earth if scouting complete. Target Montana Missile Complex if it's out on the table. Downloading as necessary. If you have a staff ship orbiting that location, you may probe, and if you have that red Borg icon in your crew, Phoenix destroyed here, timeline disrupted in 2063. Discard objective, suspended objective completed, may download 1 objective card. When you're playing an affiliation like the Borg, you can't do missions, so you're relying on objectives to progress you through the game, stop your opponent, and score points. Incident cards. Just like the card says, it's an incident. It's something that happens in the game that is not good. For example, feedback surge. Seeds or plays on table. If opponent completes established gateway, targeting a mission they did not seed, you score those points instead of the opponent. Also, if opponent discards any seed cards using Azure, Boratus, senior staff meeting, or their own dilemma, you may immediately reseed them under any mission. Opponent loses 10 points for each such card. I'm not a fan of incident cards. I've always said they slow the game down. They were added to speed the game up, but actually ended up doing the reverse. Anyways, those are the first 8 card types. I will be back with part 2 shortly with the other 8.